Ready? Okay, I'm going to be canning balls herb potatoes. I've done this before. You can see there's two different colors of potatoes in here. There's the gold potatoes, yellow potatoes, which they're not Yukon gold, they're something else. I don't remember what they are. And then there's a mixture of white potatoes and red skins, and the white means the skin is white. It's not russets. These are not the star of the show today, though. The star of the show today are these new reusable lids. I got them from Harvest Guard, and I'll link you down below in the description box. This is my first time using them, so let's see how this goes. And I thought potatoes would be a good choice since they're not very expensive. So I'll bring you back when I'll start filling the jars. The things you do with these lids is before you use them, you simmer them. And so I've got them simmered. I've actually got the heat turned off, so that's just it's just from the heat of the grate there. And now I'm going to be starting to put them in jars. Got one of my lids and rubber rings ready to go on the jar. The jar is filled. And I've got a regular metal ring here. So what I'm going to do is place it right on the jar. And then I'll screw the ring down. So now what I'm going to be doing, hold the center of the lid. Just snug the ring down a little bit so I can get it going. And then turn it until the jar starts to turn, and that's it. You stop there, put the jar in the canner. Okay, I'll finish the rest of these up and bring you back. Okay, what I had cut up makes 6 quarts of the herb potatoes. I'll drop a link down in the description box for how I did these before. I think I videoed it, so I'll put that down there. Anyway, I'll bring these up to pressure and bring you back when I get ready to take them out. Okay, the moment of truth. I'm going to start taking these jars out. According to the instructions, you wait a few minutes and then tighten the rings. Now out of the canner, all boiling really nicely. Give them 5 minutes and then tighten the rings. Okay, now's the time to tighten these down. So I'm going to hold the jar. You don't tighten them down a lot, it's just a little bit. There, it stopped. I'm going to say that's enough. Since I've never used these before, I'm going to call it that. The towel's getting wet. Well, those jars are hot, y'all.
Yeah.
Very hot. So is that canner. I keep touching everything. Ow. Should have set these in a different place, I guess. Okay. And then it says to lay the towel over the top of them, which is not something you normally do with canning. Get them lined up where I can lay this little towel over them. And it doesn't say to wrap them up, it just says to lay the towel over them. This comes from the video for Harvest Guard, so I'm going to call it that. It's going to be done. Okay, I'll bring you back later on tonight, and we'll see if they sealed or not. And we'll check them again tomorrow. It's the next morning. This is the final verdict. I had some siphoning because we bumped the weight before the canner was cooled down, and it may be what caused these two. Sorry about that. These two to not seal. Yeah, you can see there's some debris on the ring. So I mean, it was on the rubber ring. Is that in focus? It's real bad on that one. So anyway, 2 jars didn't seal, 4 jars did. So I'm going to use, to label these now, I'm going to need to use some tape. I've got some mailing labels I'll put on these, because I don't want to write on these lids, of course. And I don't want to reprocess these potatoes, because they'll get too soft. So I'll just put them in the cooler. And it'll be that. Okay, that's the final verdict. It's still a learning curve for me. Maybe these rings weren't smooth enough or something. Didn't go on there right. I don't know. They were a little difficult to turn on. Anyway, there we go. 4 quarts of herb potatoes. Ready for the pantry. Now we're going to see how long, if these seals hold. Like I said, I've never used these before. And these are not Taylor brand, these are Harvest Guard. But if I can get them perfected and not rush anything, I don't usually do that. But we were going fishing. Anyway, see how these work out over the long term. Thanks for watching. Tell me if you've used your reusable lids. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.